does that still leave questions? Does it not still leave? Because I'm just thinking, if it was me, I just wouldn't be or feel satisfied.
But what more can you achieve, can get? Because you only strive for something that you know that you can achieve at the end of the day. If there's no, it's like if there's no end goal, there's no point.
Yeah.
And there's no end goal now, is there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? My mother's passed. My father passed.
Before you even got to know.
Before I even got a year after I found out.
A year after you found out, he passed. That's horrible.
A year.
That's horrible.
After I found out who he was, he'd passed. A year. And that hurts, because it's like, I could have got to know him. So it's like, sometimes I feel I'd be within my rights to have resentment towards my mother, but I don't, because she deprived me of that relationship. Because I could have, if she had told me, even from the early days when I was asking questions, if she had told me the truth, I'd have known who my father. I went to Antigua while he was still alive. I could have known my father.
Did you ever speak to your auntie?
Yes, I have.
And what she said?
The one conversation I had with my aunt about it was when she herself said to me, she said to me, my mother was not raped. She was very angry and bitter, but then I could understand that. But she wasn't angry towards me.
Had they never had a relationship?
I think after what my mother did, I don't think they did.
So you've never grown up, but prior to you knowing who your father was, you never grown up with your auntie and your mother having any type of relationship?
Oh no, they did. Well, I think they kept in. I'm sure they kept in. No, but it was more Uncle Flace and Auntie Jessie that kept in touch. Not so much my mother and Auntie Jessie. So I think there was always something there. But obviously I didn't know what it was. But there was always something there between them. When I spoke to Auntie Jessie, after I found out all this, and then she said to me that my mother was a wicked woman. And this is her sister. She said, your mother's a wicked woman. That's how she's put it. And I'm like, wow, Auntie, why would you say it? Because she's a wicked woman. Your mother wasn't raped. And it was almost like she didn't want to talk about it after that. And I didn't push her. I didn't push her about it. And I can understand how she would feel.
I had a lot of funerals lately, haven't we?
Too many. But then we say that's life, really. That's life.
How does it feel approaching a time now where people you possibly looked up to have grown are dying now? Because I was in a car with cousin Melina, and she said something where she says when she was younger, there was a time where like the two older generations were dying off, and then the older generation started dying off, and it's like now they're going. It's like the generation left, it's her generation, and she felt a little bit uneasy about that. Not uneasy, but it was just daunting. Mm-hmm. Do you share the same?
No, I don't actually. I'm finding out today is the second anniversary of one of my best friends dying, passing away, Yvette. I miss her very much. I don't feel daunted by it. My view in death is this, that none of us are here to stay. We're just passing through in this world. And I think once you understand that, as you get older, it becomes more, not say acceptable.
See, but it's easier.
It's easier. So when I hear somebody close to me that dies, I'm more I'm going to miss them because but I'm not thinking they shouldn't have died or what, because I think none of us are going to be here forever. We're just passing through it. We're not, we're just passing through. The day's already there when we go in, when we leave. So, it's like, is it death and taxes are two sure things? And I just think that when they go, they're at peace, and that's it. That's their part. That's their phase gone for the next phase, if there's a next phase. So I don't find it daunting. I just think as we got older, that's how it is. When you're young, people don't die when you're young. But as you get older, yes, people die. I don't find it daunting at all. I just think, well, as I said, I've just had a very close family friend just passed away. He died of a heart attack, just like that. That was his time to go. It was his time. So, yeah, it's sad the way it is, but I think if you understand life and understand everything is temporary, it makes you let's accept it more. I'm not afraid of dying. I am not afraid of dying at all. And it's almost like I think, well,
you're not used to a man, so it's like, when I die,
I'm not afraid of that. And I think, well, I'll be able to, my children don't listen to me now, but when I'm gone, they'll listen. I'll watch over them. And do you know what I mean? I just think there'd be no more fighting in this world. There'd be no pain. There'd be no... Yeah, so I just think we all have to go. We all have to go sometime. So when I go, have a big party for me. Don't sit there crying and moaning and just, have a cry for a bit. Don't get me wrong. Cry for a bit. But, what... But, so, remember what Mum says. Yeah? Celebrate life. Celebrate the fact Mum lived and how Mum was. Yeah, you're going to miss it, but then you miss it, but then I'll always be there. I think the spirit of that person will always be there. I will be there haunting you. Francis! Remember what I said to you? Don't come in the house without your shoes on. Take your shoes off. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't find it daunting at all. But I think that's just how life is. But everything's like a cycle. There comes a stage where, a lot of people dying. Then there comes a time when you think everybody is pregnant or having a baby. That's how life is.
Speaking of cycles, do you think families are condemned to repeating old cycles? And let's not include your situation, that was crazy, but just habits or teachings or upbringings. Do you think we as families are just deemed to repeat how we were brought up, right and wrong?
I not really, because I think we're living in such a changing world. People's views change, people's opinion change, people's outlooks change. A lot of things change. So I think this sort of time of our lives now is the biggest change, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I think up until this point, maybe yes. But I think now...
I never considered that.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Now it's different. So no, people won't repeat because everything's different now. Everything's changed now. It's not the same.
What's been the biggest change? Do you reckon, if you can put it down to one thing or one of?
What in terms of?
Just in terms from before to now, what's been the biggest change that you think has probably affected society and the way we think and treat each other?
Yeah, I think that probably the biggest change is the fact that I don't know how to put it. It's like up until a certain time, and it's hard for me to pinpoint when, you almost had adults and children. Yeah, children looked up to adults or respected adults or however we want to put it, yeah? But now, I think that gap has closed. It's like everybody has an equal rights, equal say. So there's no real, let's say division. I don't know, it's not the right word I'm trying to say.
Do you think the boundaries are almost slightly blurred?
Very much so, yeah. Because before, certain things you couldn't do. Right? Whether you, as a child, as a young person, whatever, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do this, But it's now, there is no boundaries.
Is that for good or for bad?
It's half and half. It's partly good, partly bad. There's some good. It's like change. Some changes are good. Some changes are not so good. But we need change to evolve, to grow. We need change. But not all changes are good. Not all change. Some changes are. It's like, say, stuff with technology, for example. Technology the way it's grown now, it's great in some respects. You know, things you can do now. Oh my God, paying a check from my phone. That still blows my mind.
Yeah.
I've got the check in my purse and like I can pay it into my account.
Yeah.
That is brilliant,
Yeah.
right? So in some respect, but to me, the downside of technology, it's kind of killed relationships that people have.
Yeah,
you don't talk to.
before.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
There are times I sat on the train.
Yeah.
On the train, and practically everybody I see is like this.
Yeah, but I could argue that once upon a time before the phones, everyone was in a newspaper.
No, yeah, but fine, yeah, all right, you could say that, but then a newspaper is like, like whether it's the morning or evening or whatever, you got places like restaurants. You see people at a table. I'm going to dinner with you. I don't want you to be on your phone. But people are now like, oh, checking my phone, checking my WhatsApp, checking my Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It kills the art of conversation. There was like that standing joke, you know, like last week when O2 went down, right? I don't know if you saw this particular joke. O2 went down. So somebody posted something that said, O2 went down, so I had to speak to my family for the first time. I spoke to my wife and I found out she no longer works for Woolworths. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that. Because people don't... Everyone's just like... You got all these followers, all these friends on Facebook. Friends on Facebook? Really? Do you know, it's like... What happened to the days where, like, you go out and you meet people, you talk to people? Now everybody's on their phone. Everybody, and like the downside of how this is like the things people can say nasty things to people on. Do you know? And it affects people. It's not the same as like when people say things to you face to face, like you do with face to face. Yeah. Whereas now you got kids who are having depression or committing suicide because someone's put something nasty on Facebook or stuff like that about them. They don't even know the person. Yeah. You know, you got, was it trolls or whatever you call, where people can just put all these nasty things about you that don't even know you. Do you know what I mean? So, as I said, it's got its good points, but it also has its downside. To me, I think it's just gone mad. It's just gone totally...
Would you want it to slow down maybe a little bit or rewind, or has this happened a little too fast for you? For yourself, I'd say.